Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Andy Pura Vida. Right now I am in Seoul, South Korea. At this moment I'm visiting the Gyeongbokgung Palace in the middle of Seoul. So you see the palace behind me, but right in front of me you see all the Seoul skyscrapers. So the location of it is just truly fascinating. This palace was built in 1395, so it's over 600 years old. It was part of the Joseon dynasty. It was a Korean dynasty, and the meaning of it, of Gyeongbokgung Palace, it means palace greatly blessed by heaven. That's the translation from Korean to English. So I'm gonna explore it right now. I'm gonna explore Seoul for the next few days. So if you want to come and explore Seoul with me, stay tuned, enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next location, wherever I go here in Seoul. Something I really love about the Gyeongbokgung Palace is the vibes here. It's just everybody is really dressed up for the occasion. You can see, I don't know where they're getting these costumes from, but it's really cool. I don't know. The majority of people dressing up are women, but I don't know if they're really cool costumes. I wish I knew the right words for it, but I wish there were some of them for men, because they're really cool. I like it. I'm currently exploring Gyeongdo Hangnam Park, and there is cherry blossom season happening right now. And what that is that these little flowers come from the trees. They have the cherry color and they come out during the springtime. I initially thought this only happened in Japan, but now that I'm here in Seoul, I'm realizing there is a cherry blossom season, and it's very beautiful. It gives this pink cherry color to the streets, and the flowers get all over the floor, and people sometimes chase the flowers when they come off the trees, and it's very nice. It's very beautiful to walk around. I enjoy it. Something I see also that I love about South Korea is that you see couples holding hands everywhere. It's a very lovey-dovey city, and it's very nice. I wish we had that in the US. I feel like couples sometimes you don't even know if they're couples. They're like, oh, I don't like you. But here, everybody's holding hands, hugging each other during the cherry blossom season. I mean, what else can you ask in life? You know, what else? And I'm single here, so it's okay. Let's keep exploring Seoul. Today is Wednesday, and I see everybody out and about, that I have been wondering, why are people not at work or school? And I think today is election day here in South Korea. It's a holiday. It's called election day. I don't know if today they're actually voting for their president or if they just have an election day holiday. The thing is that everybody's having a good time. There are people having picnics all over the park with tents. It's cherry blossom season. Kids playing here in the water. Seoul does a really good job at urban planning. I see a lot of really nice parks with a little like artificial rivers or lakes, and it's very recreational. I really love it. They do a wonderful job. I think it's interesting from traveling to different countries for the past few years. It's interesting to see the countries that do a really good job at urban planning, where they create environments where people can come and just hang out in public spaces, and countries that don't do a really good job at it. And Seoul, definitely 10 out of 10. They're doing an amazing job. Really loving this place. It's funny, I decided to come to this park because I wanted to see that cherry blossom, and there's so many people here today. It's popping. It's definitely popping here. This is the spot to be in Seoul today on election day holiday. Let me show you guys how many people are here right now.
슬퍼하기에 짧았던
I'm currently exploring the Seoul Forest. It's full of beautiful trees and sculptures like the one behind me. This one has some words from Latin literature like humilitas, honestas, justicia. Yeah, and I'm checking it out. Something I really love about Seoul is that they do a really good job with urban planning. There's so many parks and public spaces where you can hang out with your family, your friends. It's truly awesome. It's beautiful. I have taken the metro all over the city. I haven't really been recording everywhere I have been because I have just been taking it all in and just enjoying it. And yeah, I highly recommend Seoul. If you want to have a getaway where you can just sit at a coffee shop, have some lunch, relax, people watch, this is the place to visit. It's truly awesome. Right now I'm at the DMZ, which is the Demilitarized Zone at the border of South Korea and North Korea. Let me show you something super interesting here. That's the Freedom Bridge, and that bridge was used in 1953 at the end of the Korean War to exchange prisoners. And then that's the Unification Bridge, which was a symbol of hope to unify both Koreas at the end of the war, but the use of it is very limited right now. It's only to go to the border and for people, military members, and also for people to go see the actual military controlled DMZ zone. And you have these gondolas which take you to an observatory. So yeah, checking this place right now. The history of Korea is just truly interesting. So I'm gonna be showing you guys what I see here at the DMZ, the Demilitarized Zone between South Korea and North Korea. This is the Freedom Bridge right behind me. In 1953, over 12,000 soldiers crossed this bridge from North Korea to South Korea. They were prisoners of war, and this was the place where they knew they were free. They were back home. They were not prisoners of war anymore. And it's truly emblematic, and it's truly amazing to be here right now. It's like, I feel this energy, not that I'm a big energy woo-woo guy, but I feel this energy that is just symbolic, you know, of what it will feel over 70 years ago to be crossing this bridge from North Korea to South Korea. Right behind me there is a memorial of a show that aired for over a year and a half, and this lady is about to press a button here with a song. It's called the 30 Years Song or 30 Years Lost Song, and it's a song, let me show you guys.
Yeah, even though you don't understand, you can think about the melody, whether it sounds sad or not. Yeah. Okay, and then come this way.
So the song that was just playing is part of a show that played in 1983, 30 years after the end of the Korean War, where there were a lot of families displaced. So through this show, the show aired for about a year and a half, if I'm not mistaken, fully without stopping, and it helped unify about 10,000 families. So it's truly amazing, and that's a memorial behind me that shows you pretty much a memory of all the families that were able to be united during that show. And the song also, it became one of the most popular songs in Korea. It also broke a Guinness record for one of the most played songs back then.
You know Gangnam Style? The Psy? Yeah, he's the only one who got the twice 4 weeks military training in our history. He got the time. And you have one more chance to meet him. On the way back, we're gonna cross the same bridge, that time your side, on the right side, and eventually they can stay in the South Korea. But in this case, they're in Korea, but they cannot get the distance jump. So normally they stay in the countryside.
So we're here now at the DMZ. They have a fake border. We're at the border, which is the actual border is over there. That's North Korea over there. But then here there is the fake passing, where not many people can actually cross to North Korea, especially me with American passport. So they have this fake one here, so people are taking pictures. So if you see any of your friends posting this picture, they actually didn't cross to North Korea. Let me show you guys here. So once you get to the Unification Bridge, there is a military checkpoint. It is controlled by US and South Korean military. They will check your passport. There is no way you can get here to the DMZ, the Demilitarized Zone, without a passport. And here, the DMZ, it is controlled by the United Nations. So you see the blue flag over there? That means United Nations, so it is controlled by the United Nations. And here is the sign of DMZ. Let me show you. So it's interesting that even though we're literally in a war zone, it's very peaceful right now. So I guess that's the power of diplomatic relationships. In this case, the effectiveness of the United Nations getting involved here as a peace broker pretty much between South Korea and North Korea. I'm here at the DMZ Observatory, and this is the best view I can get, or people can get, of North Korea from the DMZ side. So you can see the entire countryside on that side. You see the North Korean flag all the way over there. That's an actual North Korean city right there. That's the closest, I guess, metropolitan city, if you can call it that way, from here. You may not be able to see with the camera, but you can see even cities all the way on the far end. You can see more buildings. Yeah, it's truly amazing to be on this side and thinking about the reality of the people living in North Korea right now, that is completely different from the people in South Korea or from any democratic developed country. So yeah, it's in a way very heartbreaking to be seeing this right now. Truly amazing to be here at the observatory. So on this side we have South Korea. All of that is South Korea. And then we come to this side, and that's gonna be North Korea. There is an interesting fact here that the area right on the way to North Korea is full of landmines. It's all full of landmines. So all of this area right here, all of that is full of landmines. So it's very dangerous. Of course, nobody can walk there, and all of that is North Korea. I'm here at a memorial of the Korean War in what is like the financial district of Seoul, and they did a really good job here at explaining with images and small captions or short captions what happened during the Korean War, which happened between 1950 and 1953, if I'm not mistaken. Something I'm seeing here is that it was supported, or South Korea in this case was supported by 67 countries, and one of those was Costa Rica, which is where I'm from, or my family is from. So it's really cool to see Costa Rica back then in the 1950s supporting South Korea in their pretty much their independence of democracy in the war. And the Korean War was the war between North Korea, South Korea, between democracy and communism back then. Yeah, so it's 1950 to 1953. Yeah, so let me show you guys some of the images I'm seeing here. There were a lot of people. There was a lot of. It was a disaster back then. There was a lot of casualties, lots of deaths. There is an image here of a religious service held in a damaged church. You can see South Korean children. This church was built in 1948 with the money that American soldiers contributed. So it's very good to see the churches supporting, You can see here that at the outbreak of the Korean War, US President Harry S. Truman authorized the use of US naval, air, and ground forces on June 27, 1950 to help defend the Republic of Korea. I was reading a little bit more about the history of South Korea, and I didn't realize it's such a young country. So pretty much in 1919 it became a provisional government after the occupation of Japan over Korea. But then after World War II there was a division between North Korea and South Korea. The North controlled by the Soviet Union, the South controlled by the US, and then South Korea gained independence in 1948. However, just 2 years after gaining independence, that's when the Korean War started, which was the fight between democracy and communism. Again, North Korea versus South Korea. And there were lots of deaths, lots of destruction on all sides. Probably over 3 million people died during this time. Something I find very interesting, just when looking at 20th century history, is the pretty much the fight between democracy, communism, and even fascism, where I have always wondered, you know, why did the US become an ally of the Soviet Union but during World War II, but then the Soviet Union was a big problem during the Cold War. So what happened is, when I was reading through this, is that Germany, they were the common enemy between you know, communism and democracy, and on all sides pretty much everybody came to an agreement that the Nazis, and all ruled by Hitler, were a huge threat to world peace. So the US became an ally with the Soviet Union. But then after that, after they won the war, ideologically they still had a lot of problems. So that's when the Cold War started. And then the Cold War started right after World War II. So we're talking after 1945. I think the Korean War was the beginning of it in the 1950s. Then you had the Vietnam War, which also was really sad moment in history. And now we're here in present time. The Soviet Union, you know, fell apart in 1990, 1991. And now we're here. So it's really cool to see a success story of democracy in the 20th century of a very young country, South Korea, here in Asia, where I think there is still a fight. There is definitely Korea very much a huge fight between democracy and communism, you know, North Korea, South Korea, but also across Asia. You see that dynamic. You're seeing it a lot in Latin America and many other countries around the world. So I think my conclusion here too, my summary of this is just the sad part about wars and the wars between ideologies and power is that the people that suffer are the innocent people, are civilians. Those are the ones that get in the mix in the middle of wars, lots of politicians trying to gain power all over the world. So I went into a little history rant here, but I just think it's interesting and appropriate to see and give honor to the good job that South Korea has done building a beautiful democracy, a beautiful country, and I'm excited to continue seeing Seoul for the next days. I'm currently exploring the Garden of Morning Calm. It's a beautiful place where they have shot a lot of scenes from K-dramas. I haven't really watched pretty much any of them, but I know this is a famous place, and the garden is very beautiful, full of flowers and tulips. And I think a really good time to come and visit Korea is during the springtime, because they have the cherry blossom and they have lots of beautiful flowers all over the garden. So if you come around March, April, best time to be here. Everywhere I have been in South Korea so far, they do an amazing job with their parks. Like, they have beautiful flowers everywhere. I have never been a big flowers guy, but the flowers here are just so beautiful. Like, look at this, look at the trees. There is cherry blossom season right now. I know in Japan they tend to be more pink, but here they're more like white looking. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's funny, the name of this place is the Garden of Morning Calm, and it truly is very calming. There are a lot of tourists right now, which makes it a little hectic, but it's still very calming. So definitely visit South Korea in the springtime. Truly, truly worth it. It's worth every penny. Right now I'm on my way to Nami Island, which is an island around 63 kilometers from Seoul, and it's right here. You gotta take a ferry to go there. I don't really know what to expect. I just know that they have filmed a lot of Korean dramas here, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm in exploration mode during this trip, so let's see what Nami Island has to offer. I'm exploring Nami Island, took the ferry, and now I'm in this beautiful place. I'm exploring it right now. I don't have any expectation. What I'm seeing is how to say hello in different languages. So you got Guten Tag from Germany. You have welcome. I think that is Holland. Oh, we got hola en español from Spain right here. Hola from Mexico. We got bonjour from France. It's very nice. Very cultural. I like this. Very, very cool. Celebration here at Nami Island. Lots of colors, lots of powder everywhere. I'm here at Hongdae Street in Seoul. It's a very famous street market. Lots of things going on. And I will conclude this video here. I think South Korea has been amazing. Truly a beautiful place. Lots of culture, very sociable, very recreational, nature, food, people are great. Truly an amazing place. I cannot wait to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave you with a song here from a K-pop band I saw on the street singing just a little bit ago.
걱정은 잠시 깜깜한 그대 길을 비춰라 등불이 될게 그저 그런 초란 빛이라도 너의 아침을 여는 햇빛이 될게요 소리 깜깜한 그대 길을 비추는 등불이 될게 깜깜한 그대 길을 비추는 등불이 될게요 너의 아침을 여는 햇빛이 될게요 It's gonna be alright
Seoul was good for the soul. I have come to the end of this video. South Korea, what a beautiful country. So much to offer. Amazing food, beautiful nature, friendly people. If you haven't been, definitely add it to your bucket list. Truly an amazing place. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I hope to see you in the next adventure, next city, next country. Until next time, pura vida. Bye.